Whoa, what's up, Fantasy Animal Vegan? How you doing? You doing alright, brother man? You know, I'm sitting here, I was like, I got to thinking, I'm like, I need to do some of the, like, I need to do some, like, channel points and alerts and whatnot. So here I am looking up how to do that. So how do you do it? I'm new to this. I'm doing good, man. I'm tired though. I'm tired. I've been out in the heat today, and so I've been just like kind of dragging around trying to get some stuff done. I am working on my graphic novel today. I got my animation done. No, this ain't my graphic novel. This is another one shot that I wanted to do. And then I'll be back to my graphic novel. How in the world do you do that? Okay. I'm seeing now. I see. Bro, what? Dude, ignore me on YT. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I got multi-stream up. Unless you like sent me something. Hold on, let me make sure you didn't send me something. Bro, you ain't send me nothing. Got your watching stream up, didn't get notified here. Are you talking about you didn't get notified or I didn't get notified? Did you like try to send me a chat? Yeah, I appreciate you, vegan. I ended up finding it. I might have to start doing some stuff. That's on the list. Titus has made me want to up my stream game a lot. Dude's got all the stuff to where like chat messes with him the whole time. That's one of my favorite parts. Getting to mess with them and like be racist towards them and stuff. Anyways, let's get to drawing. Here's another one. How is everybody today? Why is that not? Why is it not updating me then? Because it says that you should be like. I've got multi-stream up. I don't know what you use. I think you use OBS, but I use Streamlabs. And I multi-stream. I'm trying to figure out why it wouldn't. Why it wouldn't? Because I actually have a couple people that will show up every now and then on YouTube. That's concerning if the chat's not rolling over there. Yo, shut up, me. Yeah, dude, they're right here. And they're not over here on my multi-stream. What is the deal? That's not good. That's some garbage, dude. What's the point of even having the function to be able to do that if I can't see the whatchamacallit? You know what I mean? What's the point? See if I can figure something out. Yeah, that's weird. That's super weird. It's always changing with OBS. It's best to just post out a browser source. YT. I am working on, it's a one-shot. I'm going to back out. It's a one-shot that I'm working on right now. I'll be going back later and putting in, like, lettering it and whatnot, but it's for it's like a tie-in to something I did, like, forever ago. I used to be. You were in the driver's seat. Oh man, I could block you if I want to. Ooh, I could time you out. But yeah, it's a so I used to be a part of a duo that made tabletop role-playing games, and I made one for kids called Elder's Keep, and it was based on a comic idea that I had like forever ago. And so whenever I started doing comics, I'm like, yo, let me do this one shot at least, and you know, just to like get it out of my mind, you know, so I can start working on other stuff more freely. I have what you call too many ideas, and I want to do them all, and so the shorter ones, I'm like, let me just go ahead and do them, so that way I can like get it out of my mind of like stuff that I want to do. Because what'll happen is I'll just sit here, be working on my main project right now, which is, you know, my graphic novel. And I'll be like, man, what about this? What can I do for this? And I'll start thinking ideas for that and whatnot. And I'll waste the bandwidth going towards other stuff that I need to be, giving it to. So I'm just like, let me just get this out of my mind really quick. So dude, how long have you been streaming? No joke. Like, how long did it take for you to start setting up your chat and stuff like that? Because your chat is like, and I mean like your channel points and all that stuff is ridiculous. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. It's even worse. I want to turn the brightness down so I don't like overexpose my face. Yeah, it's something that I kind of learned doing other stuff, because like I'm already from the publishing world and already had a little bit of success from that, and a lot that I learned from that as well. So just transferring that over, like I know how to get, like I know how to self-publish and whatnot. I appreciate it, man. So just 12 months, that's it. How long have you been freelance? Okay. So, like I said, it's like the self-publishing world, right? Actually, hold on. I can show you some stuff. Give me a second. Golly. On only head model. Throwing down that forehead. I own that subcategory. Okay. So like I said, most of my stuff's in here. So the first one that we did, and I actually have some like crowdfunding experience with that. We made this box. It has like a bunch of stuff in there. It's for a game called Realms of Elgrun, and there's actually the second edition of it right there, which I wrote a lot of. I only did some of the art, but that was before I started transitioning into digital art, because I used to only do traditional and never really jumped in that direction. Which you might actually know. Do you know Karma Void? Do you know him? He does a lot of backgrounds and stuff like that. I think right now he's working for Vampire Surf Cult. That show doing backgrounds. But we actually got in touch with him, and he did our cover for our second edition. This book right here, actually like hardcover and whatnot. See it, and I'll do like a quick flip flip through if it'll let me. Yeah, boom, all that stuff. So I did all the layout and I did a lot of the writing and whatnot. Did a lot of the writing for this. Did several zines. This is the first edition of the book right here. It was paperback. But we wanted to do a hardback and change up a lot of it and whatnot. And then my business partner was not interested in doing it anymore. This is another one right here. That was like a raid that we did. Wasn't really interested in doing it anymore, and this was another adventure zine. That one, the art's done by Karma Boyd as well. He wasn't really interested in doing it anymore, and I didn't want to make Realms of Elgrun without him, because the world was his, but a lot of the writing was mine, right? And I helped him connect the dots for like the lore and all that stuff, and I did a lot of like the mechanics. And so, howdy, how are y'all doing? So, let's see. Oh yeah, and also I did this right here, which I have some other stuff that I've done that's just not here. Like I have a zombie game that I did and whatnot. And I don't know, whenever he didn't want to do it anymore, I kind of was just like, I'm going to, what's the word? I'm going to transition to doing comics, because I've always kind of wanted to do that. I've always wanted to be a cartoonist, and I had started to learn a little bit of digital art to try to save money, because art is expensive when you do that kind of stuff. So, and then here I am doing comics now. And anytime I ever draw, like I can draw stuff that I like look at, right? Like let me show you this right here. What did I just pick up? Here we go. So this right here, I was working on this, doing a little bit of anime study, because I like Persona a lot, and so I started doing that. So I can draw in a lot of other styles. It's just whenever stuff comes off the dome, it just ends up being cartoony. So I kind of just decided to stick with that. And so that's where I'm at. So I just had to ban a person. This person like was being super weird in my chat a while back, and now they've made an alternate account and showed back up. So I'm like, no, absolutely not. So I tried to swing the ban hammer. They show back up, I have to do it again. Guess who's in here? Adam. Titus is in here. book and I'm working on the art, but I want to crowdfund it and maybe self-publish. I have a publishing CEO interested, but I'm not sure which way to go. Okay, so I have a hard time telling somebody like what they need to do, because you're gonna know what feels right to you better than I would. I can give you my experience though, if that makes sense. So for this book, let me ask you, what kind of book is it? Is it like a narrative book? Is it a comic? What do you got? What are you working with? I know you're a cartoonist, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Because I'm a cartoonist and I wrote a book first. That was like my first creative project that I ever finished, and it was a horror book. So, I mean, and instead of actually publishing it in Word, after I finish Am I Human, I'm going to move to doing that as a graphic novel instead. Niche categories. Okay. Like self-help. Okay. Interesting. I don't think it's as niche as what you think it is. Alright, so then in that case, whenever I went in to start doing crowdfunding, right, I'm a sponge of a person. I retain as much information as possible so that way I can do it myself later, right? The person who helped us do it, he was who in here spamming all caps? Nightbot, chill out. Okay. Yeah, I actually really like that. I really like that title. That's a really good title. Okay. Nightbot is my auto moderator. It's not that great. But whenever we were doing it, oh, real quick aside, Adam, that person came back. Like literally, I just with a different account, and I literally like just banned them again, like just now. They were being. You remember that person was being super weird in my chat. Yeah. So, anyways, what we did was, we pretty much just tried as best we could to kind of piggyback off of that company. We went with a company that helped us kickstart, because Kickstarter or crowdfunding is not actually a good way to make money. It is a good way to advertise. It's better to advertise your stuff, and then instead of paying for advertisement, you get paid to advertise. But the thing is, it's kind of a two-edged sword. It's really easy to get your hopes up with it. And if you already don't have, because at the time, and of course even now, we did not have an audience to leverage into it. A lot of the people that you see have these super crazy successful Kickstarters already have an audience that they can leverage into the campaign. Well, since we didn't have that, we're working from zero, and so we just did as best we could from what they were able to help us with, and we were able to fund, and it worked for a little while, but of course, just problems with publishers and all that kind of stuff, and shipment that we weren't handling and whatnot just slowly drove people away. And just different things here and there. That being said, what we learned is that were we to ever try to be successful, we would need some form of an audience, right? And so for you, you have an audience that you could leverage into it. I don't know how big your other social medias are, but you have a fair amount of people in your Discord for one. Let's go over here and look. How many people you got in your Discord? Like 2 people. Okay, never mind. I'm joking. No, you got a fair amount of people in here. Why your line's so zesty? What are you talking about? Bro, you're messing with me. You're messing with me. The reason I started streaming was to build an audience for the book. It's the same exact thing. The reason I started streaming was building an audience for my comics. Okay? So I feel you there. But streaming ended up being its own thing. Okay. Well, that's actually kind of funny that it ended up being its own thing. I think I'm actually going to have to size this up. Oh. So if you have some kind of an audience that you can leverage into doing something like that, it is not a bad idea to crowdfund. That being said, you've already got a publisher that is interested, right? So that changes things a lot too. Are you comfortable disclosing who the publisher is? Are they like what kind of distribution deal are they going to give you? What's their split? All that kind of stuff. Have you ever done any kind of anything like that? Like physical media or working with any kind of distribution or anything like that? Because you may not be comfortable disclosing who it is, and if not, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I understand. The thing about publishers, say like if a publisher came to me and wanted to yes, absolutely. The thing about publishers is oftentimes okay, hold on. Small publishing company in SoCal, but here's the kicker. I've explained to them and they're with it, but I'm going to offer it free in PDF. And sliding scale. So what is that, like a sliding scale of Okay. Pay what you want. You can. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got you. I do stuff like that too. Okay. And they're cool with that? Really? What is their cut of that? Are they gonna get a cut of it? Because that's interesting. They would be cool with that. Because a lot of times, I got you. Okay. No, I completely understand. It's just that's interesting that they would be down for that. Because usually, no one's going to tell you this. We split what they print. Like straight down the middle, 50-50? A lot of times, and this is why I like to offer my comics for free, because I think it's kind of scummy that places do this. But and of course, like I'm not really in the tabletop role-playing game sphere much anymore. But I still kind of keep up with it because I have a lot of friends that still do it, that are a part of fairly big companies. Not like saying anything. It's just people cover their stuff, and so I kind of keep up with it. That's what I'm saying. But they're starting to charge a lot for PDFs, and I think that's kind of scummy because PDFs are free money. That's what people don't say. They don't want to come out and say that, but PDFs are free money whenever it comes to this kind of stuff, because I'm doing the work anyways. Like this comic right here, I'm making this comic anyways, and so if I send it off to print, I have to pay for print. But if you buy a PDF of it, it's just free money, right? And so they treat it as such, and so they really start to try to overprice that, and so that's why it surprised me that they were cool with that. That is pretty cool though. Oregon wants to carry it in military agencies, so it's not a normal book. Okay. Here's an idea. Why not do both? Because you could fund a print run of it, right? And if you were like, I want people to be able to get a hold of it or something, you could just put like, you could put the PDF up for exceptionally cheap, like $1 or something on there. So that way it'd just be like, proceeds are going towards helping an actual physical print run, but we want you to be able to get it, just be upfront with people about it. But at the same time, you don't necessarily have to. I don't think that you would need to either. Because it don't sound like you're like like you're trying to make money off of it, more so that you want to get it in front of people. And that's kind of why I'm like, maybe you should do both, because that would help you get it in front of people. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't feel like, I really don't feel like there's a bad decision to be able to do it. It's just how you set up your campaign and get it out there, get the word out there for it. Total. So there was Realms 1, Realms 2, Adventures in 1 and 2, Father Nightmares, so that's 5, and then Wrath of the Blood Moon, Extinction, Elder's Keep, and then I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've done. I've done like several other like one-off adventures for those, and then I did a book for somebody else that was called Extraction. Locked and Loaded, I think is what it was called. I did the layout and stuff like that for him. I would show it, but I don't know. There's no NDA or anything, but I just, he may not be comfortable showing it yet. I don't know what his release schedule is on that. And then I did a history book for my church. And then, of course, I did my own graphic novels. So it's 12, I want to say. Yeah, 12 books. I did all of my own layout for all of them except for the very first Realms book. I've been doing it for a little while. You know, like I feel like I haven't got that much done until I start like naming out everything that I've done. I'm about to start putting them up here, the stuff that I still like throw out for free on my itch page. Because there's a tabletop presence on itch.io, and I still get a fair amount of stuff from that, like a fair amount of downloads and whatnot. So yeah. But I mean, I can offer you this. Do you have somebody that does your book layout? Like, have you already got somebody lined up to do it or whatnot? What's the link? It's down in it's on down in the whatchamacallit. But you get just itch.io. Let me find it. Give me a second. Let me not be a pleb over here. May I actually have to put it over here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's all of my tabletop stuff that I've done, and then the first 5 chapters of Am I Human. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying it's a cool name. It was actually a last minute change to the title. And it feels better than what it was supposed to be. Like I feel like it rolls off the tongue better. And then if you go to my website, you can read my comics for free all in one go. That way you don't have to download each one. You can read my one shot, The Place We All Go. Which... I'm still working on getting this like set up and looking all nice and pretty. Okay, did you click the link? That I sent a little bit farther up, goodluckstudios.itch.io. That's the one that shows all my tabletop stuff. And some of it that I printed isn't up there, I don't think. Yeah, Wrath of the Blood Moon's not up there. I just realized that. Appreciate it. I really, really appreciate that. Okay. You didn't see the itch page, or are you finally there now? I've been doing stuff publishing since about well, we was working on Realm since 2020, so it's kind of hard to say that I've been working on it since then because we hadn't printed it out yet. I want to say I've been doing self-publishing since 2022. But yeah, did you have somebody that did your layout, or somebody that's doing your layout or anything? Like, what stage is the book in right now?
Okay. I mean, since you're using a Cintiq, I got you. Well, no, you're not using a Cintiq. You're using an XP pen. You was talking about that earlier today. So regardless, you're using an actual, like, drawing tablet hooked up to a computer. I'm using Clip Studio on an iPad, like literally an iPad right now.
Yeah. Don't you say that it didn't give you a chance just to listen. Only wanted out, but you just kept that garbage talk, so no blessings. You're looking present, I'm already futuristic. Cruising satisfaction, kill me a bit. Curiosity brings me back and grooving. Don't wanna follow.
Pretty much. I've often wondered about like getting something like that, but then I was just like, I'm just gonna get the exact same thing they already have. So I might as well just keep what I got, you know. So then you're essentially doing all your own book layout then, aren't you?
Just to listen, only wanted out, but you just kept that garbage talk, so no blessings. You're looking present, I'm already futuristic. Cruising satisfaction, kill me a bit. Curiosity brings me back and grooving. Don't wanna follow water, I wanna restore that order. Crossing the border, next corner, posing for reporters. Next level explorer, in my crew supporters. Still posting forward with my crew.
Yeah, I was gonna offer to help you do it. Try to save you a lot of money on it. But if you're doing it yourself, that's even better because you know what you want. Nobody knows what you want it to look like more than you do. That's why I learned it myself. Picking a few nuggets here and there, honestly, I've been dragging my feet on this project and need to devote time to completing it. Are you kind of waiting for more word from a publisher, or just or is there any other kind of like reason why you're like, are you worried about finishing it, or just like kind of dragging your feet on it just because? Oh, dude, I understand that. I understand that very well.
On a Sunday morning, I touched the sky. Next morning, I touched your heart. Was the start. I play my role when I rip the mic apart. Do what I got to do. The place is rock.
Which, how did you get into doing freelance? Is that like your big, like your number one thing that you do? often do I stream?
Here recently, I've been doing like the past month and a half, 2 months. I've been trying to do like 3 nights a week, 3 times a week if I can.
We haven't been working just a whole lot, you know, because rain. And whenever you work in construction and it's outside and it rains, you can't do nothing. So I was just like, well, I'm gonna stream, and I've been able to like do 3 a week. Because I do have, you know, I have a family and all that stuff, so I try to spend time with them and also get stuff done. So I try to stream for sure Monday night and Tuesday night. And then I'll try to do like a Thursday or a Friday later on in the week.
Done things that I can't even say. Time to make up my day. God, it's so hard to regulate till I met her yesterday. How's the dirt and you the purifier? I'm the gasoline while you the fire. Keep it in the DL, no choir, which makes me wanna talk like an esquire. I don't wanna push, I don't want to entire. Buy any juice from gold to sapphire. Crack some jokes, sometimes satire. We'll be careful not to get too tired. Making sure that I take it higher. When we have a baby, we need to try it. That's what makes me most inspired. Hope same goes with you, baby girl.
Yeah, how did you get into doing freelance? Like, how did that opportunity drop in your lap? And then that's got to be scary at the same time. Yeah, for real. Yeah, because you used to make coffee mugs, didn't you? Or you used to sell coffee mugs? I don't know if you used to make them or if you sold them. I can't remember exactly what you said, because I asked about it. But I done forgot. I slept since then. I mean, like, how come you don't still do that? Because I was about to say that was probably pretty good, and then I'm like, well, if it was that great, he probably would still be doing it. No, I mean, I actually got a guitar in the background. also a 7-string. I've got like 3 7-string guitars and 2 6-string guitars. Which the one that I play the most is actually upstairs. I'm in my basement right now, the dirty, dirty basement. I try to. I used to not, actually. I've been playing since I was 12. But I went on like a severe hiatus for a while. And didn't take it seriously. And there was this guy that we work with, who also I go to church with, who, with him being, just being around him, kind of like ignited that love of guitar again. Because then, like, I went from guitar to drums, and I was just kind of just like, yeah, I'll probably be here for ever, and I wanted to learn more about like music theory and stuff like that. So I've been teaching myself that. As far as like the mundane business stuff, see, I understand that because the other guy that I worked with was an idea guy, and I always kind of just handled the business stuff. So I understand that too. Which I've actually got a couple of conventions coming up pretty soon. I got 4 local ones coming up fairly soon. I got one in, my first one's in Mobile. It's like Deep South Comic Con. So I'll be at Mobile for a couple of days. Selling comics and stuff. And then I got one in Chattanooga, one in Nashville, and then I got one in Huntsville, the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. Yeah, it's it'd be kind of like my first one with like as a comic creator instead of like games, and so I'm kind of interested to see how that's gonna go. I doubt that like my first endeavor is gonna be just like I'm gonna nail it the first time. So I'm kind of just like using these as like learning experiences so I can get better at it. You can't get good at something unless you're bad at it at first.
Get up, it's time to get real. Can't control the steering wheel. Outside isn't about a mystery. Won't get out so easily. We are living our lives, so we realize what's happening. Hey brother, watch yourself. Grab your things, don't miss your chance. Find your own rhythm and dance your own dance. Be creative, chart your course. You must know what is ahead. Driving through the end of the ocean. Living up security. You are standing in the middle of another world. It's hard to figure real emotions. You are spawning in a shockwave with
So yeah, I was trying to get better at being in front of people and selling my stuff. Because like my hardest bit is like thinking that my stuff has value. You know what I mean? It's just Tennessee and Alabama right now. Which the farthest I've been for a convention is Pennsylvania. And no, it was not worth it. Like monetarily, it was not worth it. Experience-wise, it was very worth it. You cannot put a price on experience. How touchscreen is an XP Pen tablet? Because I rotate my canvas a lot and very quickly. Like I'm constantly spinning, zooming out, all that kind of stuff. And I notice you amongst other people, whenever you draw, it's like click, 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 click. It's like there's a snap to it. So, is it not touchscreen? Ultimate goal, like absolute shoot the moon goal, is be able to quit work and do this full time. I mean, isn't that like everybody's goal, you know? But my realistic goal is I just want people to read it. I just want to tell stories and I want people to read them and enjoy them. If they go anywhere, they go somewhere. If they don't, I'm still going to keep doing it because it's fun and I have stories that I want to tell. Because I feel like as a creator, and this goes true for anybody. It's not just me. Nobody tells a story like I can. Nobody tells a story like you can. Nobody tells a story like that person can, or like that person can. Yeah, everybody's stories are similar in some way, shape, form. But there are enough subtle differences that, like, nobody tells a story like you can. And I mean you as a broad you. And so that's why I feel like it's worth it to actually take the time to tell it. Are they heavily inspired by things that I grew up with? Yeah. I mean, like, Am I Human's heavily inspired by, like, Teen Titans and whatnot. Do you remember that episode? I think it's literally called Sorta Human, where Cyborg is having to, like, surpass his limits, you know, go past 100%. I think that's like literally what it's called, is Sorta Human, and I found that out recently because I have a kid, and she was watching Teen Titans Go, and I was like, hey, you need to see where Teen Titans originally came from. So I pulled that episode up, and I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. So this story is heavily inspired by that episode of Teen Titans, the original show. Of course, it's quite different than that story. I took it and ran with it, but that was like the catalyst, you know. Like what you said, everybody has their own recipe. Exactly, everybody has their own recipe of what makes them you. You know, what makes you you. You have your own special ingredients to that primordial soup that makes you who you are. You know. Like in a lot of ways, everybody's the same, and in a lot of ways, everybody's different. You know, in a lot of ways, me and you are the same. Like we're both black. I'm joking. But in a lot of ways, we're the same. In a lot of ways, we're different. We have different upbringing. We have different families, and different lives and all that kind of stuff, but in other ways we're the same, you know? And so I feel like that's why stories resonate with people. Yeah, I knew that'd get you. Okay, I thank you. So yeah, that's why I feel like it's actually worth my time to do. I feel like a lot of people as well, a lot of people don't finish the stuff that they start. They have these crazy good ideas and they're just like, I don't think so. Like they have no confidence in themselves. I'm like, is it the best thing that's ever been written? No. But does it have to be? Why can't it just be entertaining? You know? I'm not trying to write the best story ever written. I'm just trying to write something that's entertaining. I'm writing these for myself first. Like I'm trying to entertain myself first. You know? I'm not so much of an individual that my tastes are purely, you know, avant-garde or something like that. So if I like it, other people are going to like it. Something that I like and that I miss about the original Teen Titans, right, is that, and I feel like, you know, that's why Avatar did so well, like Avatar Last Airbender, is because it was a cartoon that told a heavy story, you know. That's not something that happens a lot here in the West. But yeah, they do that in Japan all the time. Anime, they tell heavy stories all the time. But you don't often see that in a Western context, right? And Teen Titans was one of them. Avatar Last Airbender was another one. And so that's like, those are the kind of stories that I want to tell. Sometimes I want to tell a story that's literally just fantasy regular show. Welcome to Elder's Key. This is just fantasy regular show. But sometimes I want to tell a story that's pretty heavy, like The Place We All Go or Am I Human? You know, they may have some comedic beats to them, but that's just because that's who I am as a writer. I like to tell jokes sometimes. But I want them to be heavy stories because I'm interested in that. And I didn't think that I could actually, that I could ever actually do that because my art style was so cartoony. Until I read a comic author, a Japanese mangaka named Osamu Tezuka, who wrote a story called Dororo. And it's a cartoon story about a guy who's on the hunt for essentially the pieces of his body. That's what it is. His father sacrificed him for power as a baby, but his indomitable spirit allowed him to live and keep fighting. And through that spirit, he was able to learn how to see and all that kind of stuff. And then he eventually started going on the road whenever somebody found him. Somebody found him and trained him. And he started to hunt down the demons that stole parts of his body as a child. Drororo. I'll show it to you. Hold on. So this is all of it in one go. It's big, but it's
It's worth it in a book right here. This is it. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the name right there. Dororo. Okay. So it's about this guy right here, and also the titular character Dororo, who's not, I believe it or not, actually not on the cover. So what I like about this guy, whenever I read this, it's a samurai story, is what it is, where he's hunting demons and whatnot. But it's cartoons. It's not anime. It's not manga style. It's cartoons. And it's a very heavy story. Whenever I read it, it like did something to my psyche that I'm like, oh, I can do this too. You know, like it can be done, right? What I thought was absolutely crazy, whenever I started looking into who Osamu Tezuka was, the guy who wrote this, his art style, or he is known, let me back up a little bit more, he is known as the godfather of manga. Because of him telling more serious stories, manga is now where it is, right? People like Akira Toriyama, who did Dragon Ball and all that kind of stuff, they all look up to this guy, Osamu Tezuka. Like I say, he's known as the godfather of manga. Now, his most popular story is one called Astro Boy. Everybody knows Astro Boy. But to me, his best story is Dororo. Which is also kind of ironic that, that my main character kind of looks like Astro Boy a little bit. But his art style is cartoons. It's not manga, it's cartoons. And you look into who his big art inspirations were, and it was Walt Disney. Like, actually Walt Disney. And so, a lot of things that he started have become tropes that resonate through all of manga today, right? Realistic, but with big eyes, right? So yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is cartoony. Like realistic, but with big eyes. You know, that was something from, that was something that Walt Disney did. And all that. So if you look at it, Walt Disney actually ended up inspiring manga. He was the first person that took it seriously. And then through his storytelling made other people take it seriously. So, therefore, it inspired me to go ahead and do it too. So for me, all I want is just for people to read it and enjoy it. And hopefully feel inspired to do it themselves, because they can. And it doesn't matter if you're good at it or not, because I'm not good at it, but I'm getting better. And I'm getting better because I'm doing it. You know, and exactly. It's like gameplay over graphics. It's the same thing. Like, why do you think Minecraft blew up whenever it looked like it did? Because the gameplay was so much better than anything else. So it's the exact same thing with comics. It's story over how it looks. You know, another example of that, another crazy example of that is the guy that makes One Punch Man. The original creator is a webtoons guy.
I think he actually puts it out on Webtoon. I'm not 100% where he actually puts it, but I know that One Punch Man is a Webtoon. And then it turns out that it's like one of the world's most popular manga now because somebody else went and decided, like, asked him if it was okay for them to start turning his actual manga or his actual Webtoon panels into actual manga panels, and selling it as manga. And he was like, yeah, sure. And his art style is not good. It has gotten a lot better, but his story writing is fantastic. The story matters more than how it looks. How it looks will get better over time. Yeah, if you're at all interested in Dororo, I cannot recommend it enough. I mean, yeah, aren't they? And it's just because the people just wanted to make something and put it out there. Animation right now has got to be a scary industry to be trying to get into. Like it's got to be. Like me personally, it's just me. I'm not afraid of AI. I'm not worried about it in any sense of the fashion. Or what? I'm just not. But if my livelihood depended on it, I would be worried about it. My livelihood doesn't, and I'm still going to tell my stories regardless. I'm still going to draw them and all that stuff. I'm still going to do this. But like I said, if my livelihood depended on it, then I'd be worried about it. Like I'm privileged in that point. You know. Like being an animator in the industry has got to be scary right now. But I think long term, this is just me. This is just me, my own opinion. I think we actually don't have anything to worry about for AI. Because nobody actually wants that garbage. Except for the people sinking money into it. If people quit giving them money in return, it'll die. And you're starting to see it already. So just give it a little bit. It'll get worse before it gets better. But it'll be okay. also think that this is a good opportunity for a lot of these people who are put out of jobs to really bring the heat into some indie stuff and really shake up the entertainment industry. As long as they're able to. I know that's got to be hard. There will be some that are able to, and I think it's going to create some really cool stuff. To wait until my ink layer to start doing this. Which did you go to art school at all? Finish this tree and I'll read with your foot. AI is a tool. People were afraid of the automobile at one point. Animators were afraid of computers altogether at one point. It's kind of the cycle of life. I think that is a very based observation. And I agree. I do, in fact, agree, brother man. Sometime soon I want to just like go and sit out in nature and just try to get better at drawing trees in general. You're mainly self-taught. Do you think there's any kind of merit to art school? Like, do you wish that you'd have went? Why not go out in nature and do it? Oh, just time. Just time. That's it. I do plan on doing it though, because all it'll do is just help me with my backgrounds and whatnot. Which, being on Clip Studio, there's a lot that a lot that you can get around that. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I finish this, and then whenever I finish Am I Human, which I'm planning to finish Am I Human by next year. Part 3, I think, is going to be the final part. At least for a long time. My wife kind of convinced me to go a different route with the ending to it, because I told her how I was going to end it, and she convinced me to go a different route with it. And so it's going to be an ending for now. Possibility of coming back to it later on in the future. But I'm going to do my horror comic after that, my horror series, and I've been slowly collecting backgrounds for that because it takes place in an asylum, just like a mental health facility. What kind of art inspires you to do your style, though? Because you do have a unique style. Like, who are the artists that you look at and you're just like, man, I wish I could do that?
Your fiction, taken from thee. Us will tell you when to make yourself a hero. Your fiction, your fiction, your fiction. Us will tell you when to make yourself a hero. Without flowers, forget what they fix, both day after day. Without flowers, blossom in the stream of tears, they still think of that past. Turning misery into meaningfulness, changing day after day. Turning misery into meaningfulness, changing day after day. Your fiction, take it from thee. Us will tell you when to make yourself a hero. Your fiction, your fiction, your fiction. Us will tell you when to make yourself a hero.
I cannot get away from what comes out of me. I just imagine you sitting on the toilet, not able to get away. No! Talking about this comic or this page? Somewhere between days and weeks. I'll show you. I'll actually show you. I'm on page 14 right here. And, oh shoot. That's the final page right there. So I go through and I got my pages out of whack. But yeah. Something I did whenever I was doing the place we all go right there. Is I decided to thumbnail the whole thing out. I was going to try a different process because usually I would do the entire page, start to finish, done, move to next. And I actually like doing the thumbnails first now. A lot of people still kind of like batch do it. Like they'll do all the thumbnails and then all the sketch layer and then all the ink layer and stuff like that. And for me personally, I like doing the thumbnails and then doing all of it in one go. I like having a goal of knowing where I'm stopping and then knowing exactly how much I have left instead of backtracking. Which, I mean, there's no wrong way of doing it other than not doing it, So I aim to try to get a page done per day. That's actually a pretty easy pace for me to keep with a very simple art style like this. Like even after I get off stream, I'll probably still be working on this until it's done. I only stream for like a couple of hours. I'm not like, the legend Titus over here who throws it down for 8 hours. I wish, man. I wish. I don't have that kind of endurance yet. I'm like a 2.5 sometimes. I'm like a 2.5, sometimes 3 hours kind of person. But also I do this part-time. If I did it full-time, I would feel quite differently about it. Which, how much time do you commit to like paid projects versus like streams? The page a day schedule came from Todd McFarlane, by the way, who did Image Comics. That's his schedule. A page a day, Monday through Friday. And if you do page a day, Monday through Friday for every single day for a year, weekends off, that is 300 plus pages a year. A typical graphic novel is around 200 pages. Couple of hours. I mean, exactly. That's how I feel. Like I feel like I do pretty good. Like sitting like this, doing what I do. The most I have ever done in a day, however, talking about finished, was actually on this right here. This book right here, The Place We All Go. I got 5 pages done in a day. That was a legendary marathon for me. That was, I don't know how in the world I did it, but I did it. Which I wish for me, when, like, whenever it comes to streaming, I feel like I get a lot of randos in here time to time, but I don't like retain people for some reason. Yeah, dude, I was so locked in. It was a legendary lock-in sesh. I don't know if that's a people problem or if that's a me problem. I'm like, am I not making my stream environment like that kind of place to hang out for a while or something, you know? Because sometimes you tune into people's streams and you're just like, man, snoozer, you know. I don't know. And I've not been doing it like just super long to where I'm which I mean, I guess technically I've actually been doing it a pretty fair amount. Have your schedule posted? No, I don't. Does that actually matter? I wonder how much that matters. Now that I've been doing an actual schedule, because I wasn't originally doing a schedule. It was just literally just Monday nights, right? And then I'm like, I need to start trying to do this more to get the word out for my stuff, especially if I'm going to be crowdfunding, because that's the reason I do it. You know, like, free advertising. I'm going to be working on this stuff anyways. Might as well stream myself working on it, you know. And that changed everything for me. Really, like, you can trace it down to that one thing. 'Cause that's crazy. How hard is it for you to keep up with that schedule, man? Huh. Okay. I guess let's try it. I mean, like, not right now. I'm kind of in the middle of inking a comic page, but you know what I mean. The problem is, like, I mean, you may tell me if this is a problem or not, is I really try to get a third day each week streamed, like a third afternoon. But here's my problem, is I never know what that third day is going to be. Like, sometimes I'll be like free on a Thursday night and I'll just be like, well, I'll just go ahead and get it in instead of having to do it Friday. Or I'll be busy Thursday night and do it on a Friday. Like, is that actually a big deal? Or do I just put that in the schedule? Mondays, Tuesdays, and then either Thursday or Friday. Also, I don't actually wear glasses, only whenever I draw. I mean, that makes sense. I'll watch you like a TV show. So I guess that makes sense. Something else I noticed, and this is not just you, but you are a good example of this. Something else that I've noticed is people will have like a decent amount of people in their stream, and chat won't be just like rolling. I guess a lot of people nowadays just kind of lurk. Do you find that common?
Can't get my mind out of those memories. Now time to tell them don't take my tree. Still music keeps on turning me
Okay.
from the words that hurt my soul, removing vows from my mind.
I'm gonna do my flat colors, and then I'm gonna be done for the night.
Those long days passing by from the door, like late summer, they slowly fade away. Finding ways through the favorite tune, played all day with my eyes closed.
Yeah, that's true.
Long days passing by from the door,
I can see that.
late summer, they slowly fade away.
So then, like how important? Cause I thought about like doing my own Discord. Like, how important is that? Would you say? Cause I like yours does something that no other like creators Discord that I'm a part of does, and that's y'all play games together. And I'm like, bro, that is smart.
I can't remember the smile that you gave it to me. I had a way to tell you to walk away. Still sorrow keeps on tying me, but my soul wants to get free. Let my heart loose from my chain.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, I had such a brain fart. I was just like, went stupid for a second. Anyways, yeah, I mean, because I understand that you kind of just have to mix things up and see what goes, because you never really know like what's doing what's going to work for you and whatnot. And the biggest thing is that you do not know until you try. You know, and that some things actually just take a little bit of time to take off too. And you got to be prepared to wait for it. And then in that sense, I feel like, you know, I'm at the advantage of I'm going to do this anyways. You know what I mean? Yeah. So might as well just kind of play around with stuff, see what sticks. Which, I mean, you know, whenever you're like you're somebody who doesn't really interact with a whole lot of people, you might as well cannot lose. Oh yeah, there you go. Can't lose, won't lose. I mean, because it seems like everybody that does what I do, the ones that are always most successful are just like, I would do this anyways. You know, and I'm not saying that way to be successful. I'm just like, I think it's because passion for something attracts people. I know me, like when somebody's passionate about doing something, I admire that. Even if it's something I don't really care about. I just like to see passionate people. I'm gonna have to go through and fix a lot of these. I mean, because here's the thing, the page is gonna be really about like zine size, which is 5.5 by 8.5. So a lot of the small dots are not actually going to show up. Like that stuff is not actually gonna show up. But at the same time, bothers me. You never know. It's amazing all the stuff you catch whenever you start coloring everything in. Like everything that you miss. You know, in some ways, the fill function on Clip Studio is better than Procreate because I originally started on Procreate, you know, iPad. And in some ways, I'm just like, why are you being the way that you are? Oh, we're getting close, baby. I'm sitting here sitting like a shrimp. I've got to straighten up. Straighten up. Yeah, for real, dude. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Because like I'll click on this and see like all these options, and I feel like I'll mess around with them, and then nothing happens. Like I don't actually see much of a difference. It's like, are these just fake options? It's a psyop, dude. All right, my man. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out, and talking with me and whatnot. I'm actually not very far from being able to hop out of here anyways. So you have a good night, man. We'll see you, and I hope you enjoy it, man. I've talked it up a bunch. Glazed the crap out of it. I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, man, you have a good night, dude. We'll see you, brother, man. Peace out, brother. Okay, there we go. Flats are done, folks. Flats are done. Now all I gotta do is shades and textures and all that stuff. And we'll move on to the next page. Appreciate y'all coming by, hanging out with me. I'll be streaming tomorrow night. Probably gonna start around 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere around in there. Stream for a couple hours again. Maybe a little bit before. I don't know. Regardless, we'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a good day and God bless and love you all. See y'all later.